With another awesome question from you. Before we do though, I'm Coach Mack, the founding health coach of Running with Bacon, where I help women feel like themselves again via fitness, one small step at a time. And in all of these little unnamed Q&A videos, I am joined with Renata.
Hello. I'm Renata Trebbing from Nourish with Renata. I am an intuitive nutrition coach here to empower women with their food, but not only that, with their minds and their spirits too. What's our question today, Mack?
So our question is another one that I am so glad that you get to answer first because it is a fitness question. So I want to hear your opinion before giving mine. And the question is, do you have to be sore for a workout to be effective? So what are your thoughts?
Ooh, that's a great question. So my immediate thought when I heard this question was no, it does not need to be a really sore inducing workout for it to be effective, because what I always think about is walking. So I feel like walking is one of the most underrated exercises, and literally almost everybody can do it. And it's not something that generally speaking makes you really, really sore. For instance, like I remember seeing this on a news article. Well, I use the word news quite loosely, but it was an article about Jessica Simpson talking about her weight loss. And she just said that her trainer just got her to start walking, and she would walk quite a lot during the day. It was something like 14,000 steps was her goal, but it wasn't making her sore. It was something she could do with the kids, something she could do before they got up in the morning, for instance, but it wasn't necessarily something that would cause her to be like, oh, I'm so sore the next day. But it had a huge effect. It helped her to lose the weight that she wanted to lose. I mean, she looks amazing now. And that was from starting off quite simply as just getting moving, just walking. That was something that she could do regularly, consistently, and it obviously had great impact to her overall physique. So what do you think, Max?
Yes, I am in complete agreement that no, a workout does not need to make you sore to be effective. And I think it helps to clarify what is the actual goal of the workout, because to determine efficacy, you have to figure out what do you want to accomplish with the workout. So for example, if your goal of the workout or working out in general is just general fitness, maybe some weight loss or weight maintenance, things like that, it's going to be very different than if you are trying to, say, deadlift 300 pounds or get a new PR on your squat max or things like that. And the reason I bring this up is because if your goal is general health and fitness and well-being and weight maintenance and those types of things, absolutely not. I would say very few of your workouts, like less than 10% of your workouts, should leave you the kind of sore where you're uncomfortable for a couple of days, where it's beyond the soreness of just like, ooh, my muscles are a little tired, I can feel I worked out. If it's more than that, then I would say you might have overdone it. If it's more than roughly 10% of your workouts, there will be just some hard ones that you're like, man, that was a really good one. I'm really sore from that. And that's okay. It's not like you're doing anything wrong if you end up sore. However, most of the women that I see and that I work with want to do that part of life. They just want to be healthier for life in general. And actually that soreness, if they are sore for a couple of days and it gets in the way of life, it's actually a deterrent for them working out. They don't want to work out if it means being that sore. And so that's why I say, if that first one is your goal, find workouts that don't make you that sore. Find ones you enjoy and that you'll do consistently, and that really you can start to notice just those slow results over time. However, if you do have a goal, like a big, audacious, like powerlifting type goal or strength goal, or even an endurance goal where you're running a bunch of miles or doing really high intensity, like sprint intervals and stuff like that, then there is a much higher chance that you're going to end up with sore muscles. Reason being is because anytime we want our body to adapt, so that means get stronger, get more in shape, like our cardiovascular health, if we want to get faster, any of those things, we have to overload our body. And that's the part that ends up making us sore. So if we are, again, general fitness and health and wellness, doing things that are for sure within our general capacity, we, for the most part, wouldn't get sore from those. But again, if you're training for kind of more extreme results, you can expect a little bit more extreme soreness. And it's the kind that is like the bro-y humor of like feeling like a baby deer on leg day. That's the kind of stuff, that's where that comes from. And it kind of, because of things like HIIT and CrossFit and things like that, it got carried into mainstream fitness, and people then thought that was normal. And it's just not the case. It doesn't have to be unless you want it to be the case.
I love that. Isn't there some things that you can do to help to prevent some of that muscle soreness? Like, say, if you did want to progressively overload your workouts and you're like, okay, I know I'm probably going to be feeling sore. Is there anything that people can do to help prevent that, the DOMS, basically?
Yeah, and so glad you brought that up. So DOMS, it's called delayed onset muscle soreness, and all it is, it means that basically the next 24 to 48 hours after your really intense or really hard workout are when you can expect to be the most sore. And you can do things to combat that, things like getting adequate protein, adequate rest and sleep so that your body can actually recover. You can do more gentle movement in that sorest time. So things like walking, like you mentioned, then some gentle stretching. You can even do something like warm bath or a massage, things like that can all help to reduce that soreness. But again, if you do have one of those more intense goals, soreness is just going to be part of it. Like that's part of the progressing and the overloading and the improvements. So again, there's nothing inherently wrong with soreness, but if it's a deterrent for you actually continuing to work out, then I would reevaluate, why is it that you're doing workouts that are so intense?
Right. Okay. That's great insight. And I agree with you. Recovery is, I think, an integral part of anybody's health and well-being. And for me, recovery means not just the stretching, which I feel like is a huge part of recovery, but also adequate nutrition. Like you said, getting enough protein, making sure you're drinking enough water are super easy things that you can integrate into your daily life to make sure that no matter what workout you might be doing, that it eases you back into normal life and helps you to prevent, or at least make it a little bit easier to sit down on the couch the next day.
So true. So loved that question. Such a good question. And we will be back with another one. So stay tuned.